Mission 3. Descent into Darkness. Scenario 3. The Last Stand. Having pushed through the swamp, the land becomes firmer and the gnarled trees less dense. The rolling black clouds above still cast everything in perpetual twilight, and ash and smoke still drifts in the air. For the most part, the land is quiet. No birds sing, no insects call out. Occasionally a small animal twitters from the shadows or scampers through the dead leaves. Twice you have spotted small patrols composed of gnolls and masked men, but both times you've been able to find cover and remain undetected. With few indications of the passage of time, you are forced to rely on your own reckoning and the growl of your stomach to know when to call halts, rest, and eat. You have passed several streams which seem to contain fresh water, though you remain wary of drinking from them. Just as your companions are starting to tire and you are considering calling a halt for sleep, you spy a broken structure in the gloom ahead. Crawling forwards, you can see that it is a partially collapsed stone farmhouse, of a kind that is common in both Alador and Larenthia. Creeping closer, you see shifting shadows within, and closer still you hear whispered voices. There are several people inside, definitely humans. As you focus on the speech, you begin to pick up the lilting accent of Larenthia, and although the words are still obscure, you can hear an undercurrent of fear. Making up your mind, you call out softly to the house, "Larenthia!" The voices go silent, but you hear a shuffling from inside. You call out again, "Larenthia!" A moment of silence, and then a reply comes from within. "Friends." Standing up with your hands open before you, you walk slowly towards the door of the house. A man is standing there in the tattered remains of a Larenthian uniform. A battered and notched sword is in his hand. "We are friends from Alador," you say. The man lowers his sword and grunts. "We'll take friends from anywhere." Inside the broken house you see several more soldiers as well as a group of women and children. The man in the tattered uniform speaks again. "I don't know how long it's been since the world ended, but for all I knew, we were the only survivors. There are things out there, gnolls and worse, hunting us." "Larenthia is destroyed," you reply, "but the world endures. Alador still stands. We can take you there." But even as you say the last word, a horn sounds in the distant gloom, and your companions come running. Everyone draws their weapons and prepares to face the onslaught. Welcome to this Way to Fire YouTube video. It's me, Andy, and I am finishing the Descent into Darkness mission. So here we have Raniger Lackland, my level 4 ranger. He's not far off being level 5. Just to remind you, he has a powerful blow, parry, roll with the punches, and call to action are his heroic abilities, and he also has a spell which is heal. I have Silent Mary on the far right. She is my stealthy rogue. And then I have Tranich, the archer, next to her. And then I have my two men-at-arms, Dardin in the white and Hanath in the yellow. But unfortunately we no longer have Brodin the Strong, as he has succumbed in the last mission to his wounds, which is, I'll be honest with you, slightly disappointing. So we are going to face off against the Shadowdeep. We will have a little bit of support this time, as I will introduce now. So yes, we have 7 Larenthians in this farmhouse who are going to help me, and I actually really do want to keep them alive because they're worth a lot of XP for each one that survives the game, and I'm sure they won't all survive the game. We have a man-at-arms in the centre. Unfortunately, I missed by 1 point to upgrade him to a knight, but man-at-arms he is. We have 2 archers. That'll be very helpful because there's plenty of windows to shoot out of in the farmhouse. And then we have 4 civilians who are, let's face it, they're cannon fodder. But they might be useful to support fights, I think, particularly with my men-at-arms. We're going to face a fair range of horrible gribblies in this game, and we have to survive for 12 rounds, which is a fairly long time if the bad stuff comes out all together. So anyway, let's get on with the game. So here we are, the table is set from the edge of the trees on the left hand side to the trees on the right. It's our 2.5 foot table. You can see there's a treasure token here, there's another treasure token at the far end. All of the Laurentians, the man-at-arms here, the archers by the windows, and the other civilians are all inside the farmhouse. There are windows on this side, here, here, and one here as well. I have deployed my rangers 6 inches out here. It's not quite 6 inches, but we've adjusted it because they are 6 inches away from the treasure token. So I'm going to try and make a dash this way with Hanath and Ranaga, and try and make a dash that way with Silent Mary and Dardin, with Tranix supporting. I'll try and grab those treasure tokens and then retreat because I do not want to be caught outside really. And there are some bad things that can come inside the building during the course of this mission. So that is the setup, and then I've already drawn 3 cards. So these are the 3 cards which will give me some Gribblies to start the game with, so I'll deploy those in a moment. And here we are, we have a Gnoll Sergeant and 2 fighters that have started down here and head over towards the town. The centre point, if they couldn't see anyone, will be the farmhouse anyway, and then 2 spiders on this side, which I hope those 2 archers will be able to deal with, and then a horrible spider in the room, which is disappointing because I've put all my rangers outside, but hopefully at the moment they'll be able to gang up enough on that spider to deal with it. So we will get on with the game. Now all of the Laurentians count as companions for me, so I can activate them when I activate my ranger phase, so that's kind of cool. So I might do that actually to try and defeat that spider before anything nasty happens. Because there's not too much coming at me at present, so that might be a sensible idea. So in the ranger phase, what I did was I activated this companion, my man-at-arms, who went in and was able to defeat the spider with the assistance of these 2 civilians. The 2 archers shot at the flies and didn't hurt them, so that you can see the flies have now come in, but they couldn't fight. And Ranaga moved down here, tried a shot with his bow at one of these gnolls and was unable to harm it, and the rest have moved in. One has joined in combat but couldn't fight, and now it will be the rest of the companions to do their turn. A little catch up for the companion phase. These guys just stayed where they were. Each of these civilians came over and fought through the window and managed to defeat both rolled very well, managed to defeat the flies. Silent Mary ran up to grab that treasure token, and Darden is just supporting her. Hanath came running down here to take on one of the gnolls and did 8 points of damage, nearly put him down completely, which was incredible. And then at the end of turn 1, there are 3 zombies that have appeared over here, so they will give some shots for Tranix to aim at next turn. So we're looking okay. A little bit worried I've bitten off more than I can chew down here, but we'll see how it goes. In turn 2, Tranix tried a shot at one of these zombies, didn't hit, and then moved into the building. I moved down the other man-at-arms, the Laurentian man-at-arms, to support Hanath. And Hanath needed that help actually, and has managed to take out the gnoll that he was fighting. I then fought with Ranaga. He only managed to do 2 wounds onto the gnoll he's fighting, but of course now it looks a little better down there. We'll go into the monster phase, and obviously this gnoll sergeant is going to attack the first He's going to go for the Hanath because he's unoccupied. So we'll see how these fight goes, but they're a bit more even now. And obviously you've got the zombies, but they're only going to trudge forwards. Just catching up with the companion phase. I didn't move these ones. I moved the 2 archers over. They tried shots at the zombies and didn't do anything. I bravely charged out 2 of the villagers. This one, with a natural 20, got toasted by a zombie. This one did win the combat, but not enough to put any damage on. I then used Silent Mary's trap, so she got a bonus at the beginning of the game to finding a trap with a +3 shoot. She managed to get a perfect hit on this guy and takes out that zombie as well. So we're down to just 2 zombies now. Obviously no fighting down this side because we've already done that. And then the random event for the turn is 3 more zombies appearing here. Now there shouldn't be any more zombies in the game, but got a fair few things coming at us, but they're from quite a distance away, so I'm still okay-ish. I've probably taken a few too many out of the building. There are some things that could appear in the building which could do bad things to me. So we might have to sort of retire a bit now we've got the treasure tokens, or close to the treasure tokens. So in the ranger phase of turn 3, companions, Hanath attacked, didn't manage to do anything. The other man-at-arms attacked and got hit back, taking 5 wounds, which is unfortunate. Ranaga did manage to take down his gnoll and has picked up the treasure token as well. So I've got both treasure tokens now. And Dardin ran in over here and managed to put just 1 wound onto that zombie. They only have 6 health though, so hopefully I'll be able to take him down with the villager. But we will see, of course. It'll go into the monster phase now. Obviously a bit of attack from this gnoll is dangerous. Gnoll Sergeant, and the zombies are going to move forwards, one of which will also join the fight. So in the monster phase, didn't manage to do any damage with the Gnoll Sergeant. These 2 came in to support the attack, and this one's just outside. There was a fight over here, and a little bit extra damage put onto one of those zombies. And then in the rest of the companion phase, Silent Mary came down, took out with a natural 20 that zombie. The civilian wasn't able to put any damage on the wounded one. Bit of ineffectual shooting onto this zombie, and that is the end of turn 3, barring whatever the card is, and the card is a 9, a red 9. What is a red 9? A red 9 is a troll, and the troll unfortunately is coming in down here, which I'll be honest is disappointing. I'd quite like to get away from this, but anyway, we are in for a big fight by the looks of it, so hey ho, let's deal with this going into round 4. So in the ranger phase of turn 4, Ranaga charged into one of these zombies. I did 4 damage, but I used my heroic ability of Powerful Blow just to take him off because numbers were a problem here, so it seems a bit of a waste, but he is gone. Hanath did 5 damage on the Gnoll Sergeant, which is great. The Man-at-Arms did no damage on the zombie, but did beat him, but no damage. And Trannic tried a shot over here and did 2 damage onto this zombie. So we've started to get rid of some of those. So just need to clear out a bit, because that troll, I'm going to have to gang up on him. Otherwise I'm going to be in trouble, I think. And I'm fairly happy over there that they can survive. So we'll go into the monster phase now. We'll just catch up with the creature phase, because it was a pretty grim one. So the Gnoll Sergeant attacked Hanath and actually took a beasting, took 5 extra damage. He's taken 10 now, he's only got 2 left. One of these zombies attacked the Man-at-Arms, was knocked down. The other zombie attacked the Man-at-Arms, got a natural 20, was also knocked down. And then against the civilian up here, another beasting took out the last of the zombies. So really cleared them out, which is great. The troll went for Ranaga and got a big hit. So we're actually going to do 7 damage, but Ranaga used one of his heroic abilities to roll with the punches, and he's only taken 4, because, ouch, 7 would have been bad, bad, bad. But we are going into companion phase now, so hopefully I'll be able to support and do a bit more damage. Although everyone around this area has already been, so it might be more of a case of consolidating. Yes, at the end of round 4 there wasn't a lot to be done, so I just moved one of these archers down, civilian archers down here to support Ranaga trying to help with the troll situation. Everybody else moved back into the building, and which is lucky because the event for this turn was a burrow worm that erupts through the floor of the large farmhouse building. That's pretty nasty. It's similar to a troll, really, not quite as bad as the troll, but that's going to take some dealing with for sure, so we'll have to concentrate on that and the troll. The only 2 enemies I have, but 2 of the strongest ones I have ever faced. So hopefully, you know, having moved Dardin back there, we'll be able to get enough bodies around it to put it down quite quickly. So let's see how we go into round 5. So in the ranger phase, Ranaga didn't manage to do anything against the troll. I managed to take down this guy with Hanath. Should have done that first, actually, before Ranaga attacked. And then he moved in to help support Ranaga. And then Dardin bravely charged the burrow worm, but failed to hit him. And the burrow worm actually put 4 damage on Dardin, so he's a little bit sore. But hopefully I'll get all my friends to join him. He does have to survive an attack from the burrow worm, though, which is a shame. Maybe I should have sent a civilian in there first. Anyway, I've done it now. So at the end of that fight, the troll ends up with 5 wounds on it, and then a combined effort with a great roll from Silent Mary, and then one of the villagers came in, took a bit of damage, another one came in and finished off the burrow worm. The event for the turn was that Silent Mary got hit by insects, which she took a couple of points of damage for, and that is us at the end of turn 6. It's just a troll on the table. I would really like to do. I've ganged up to hopefully deal with the troll, and we'll see what else comes out at us. But we're not looking too bad. We have lost one villager, a couple of the man-at-arms and one more villager are looking pretty poorly, but we aren't the worst we could be. So in this round, start of round 7, Raniger had a go at the troll, didn't manage to win the fight, in fact took 1 wound back, and then Hanath had a go and rolled a, you see that there, natural 20, so that's a critical hit. So not only did he do almost enough damage to kill the troll out off his 20 roll, but actually the +5 from the critical absolutely does for the troll, which I am obviously happy about. So that's the last of the creatures done for now, so we just need to survive. There is stuff still coming out, it's quite a bit of stuff, but hopefully I've got the bodies now to deal with it. I might lose a model or two, I think, but I'm feeling much happier now the burrow worm has gone and one of the potential trolls has appeared. So obviously not a lot else was happening, so just consolidated, and at the end of that turn the event actually was just a violent ash storm has begun, so visibility is reduced to 10 inches for the rest of the scenario, but my hero managed to pass his will roll, so didn't take any damage. So actually not that much happened in that round, so we'll go on to the next one, and I think it's still going to be a case of just consolidating, ready for the impending attack. There are some spiders that can attack from the building, and of course other stuff can come on to attack from the edges as well. So just retiring, Raniger used his heal ability to take his wounds back to 0, and then the enemy appearing is some gnolls, 2 archers and 2 warriors, and they will start coming towards me. But I've got my archers lined up here, so hopefully we'll be able to deal with at least one before they come in. But let's see how this turn goes. In the ranger phase, I will be using the archers here, and Raniger has a bow as well, so we'll try as much as possible to take out one of those gnolls. In the ranger phase, I had to move forwards a bit, and combined firepower managed to put 8 wounds on one of these archers. These other gnolls just moved forwards, and then they returned fire, killing one of the civilians, but not injuring Raniger, who was the other target. Now in the companion phase, I will be doing some charging into these guys, I suspect. So Silent Mary ran down here. She couldn't fight, but she provided support for the man-at-arms, who came in and did 4 damage on that gnoll. Hanath just ran in to keep him locked in, probably getting ready for next turn. Bit of redeploying in the centre here. Archer moved over here, Darden moved over here, and then lo and behold, 4 more gnolls decided to appear from that edge of the battlefield, so we'll have to deal with them. But first off, we'll deal with these ones as we go into turn 10. So we're nearly done actually, so those ones might not even get to us much. In the ranger phase, I carried just did 2 wounds on that gnoll, didn't manage to do anything on this one. And then in the creature phase, also Tranich shot over here, didn't do anything. In the creature phase, they shot back at Tranich, hiding behind a tree, no damage done. And then this one managed to put down that man-at-arms, unfortunately. And this one and Hanath drew on an 18. So Hanath is up to 10 damage now, and the gnoll is on 9, 1 short of what would put him down. So, that's close. And then obviously all those ones have moved forwards over there. So we will see what happens next. And at the end of that round, nothing much else happened, a bit of consolidating. The event was a break in the clouds, a shining star was seen, and I could heal a character, but it ended up being a character who wasn't injured, so that wasn't very helpful. We will go into the penultimate round, round 11. It is looking pretty tight. I'm thinking of victory points now, trying to take out some more of these gnolls and keep my Lorenthians and of course my heroes alive. So we'll see how we do with that. So in the ranger phase, I managed to take off this guy, the archer, who was already injured, but not a lot else. This archer did nothing, firing onto Tranich. But here in the fights, although I didn't do anything in the ranger phase, they both attacked me and they ended up losing. So Silent Mary got a big hit on that one, take it down, and the other one was so wounded that Hanath finished it off with ease. Over here, they were all clumping up at the doorway. Darden was holding the fort. He took a few wounds, but he is still holding fast. The companion phase, we'll see if we can get enough bodies in to help. Companion phase, Silent Mary ran down here, didn't manage to do any damage. Darden managed to destroy one of the gnolls that was attacking them with the help of his friend, and then these two are just guarding the window because they can fight through the windows, but it's more difficult for them, so Hopefully that will keep me alive. The event for the end of the turn is to place a spider in one of the rooms of the smaller one. So there's 4 sides, so it's going to be 1 to 5, it's going to be over in that corner there, so there'll be a spider to deal with as well. So it's getting pretty busy in the house. That's not the best, but hey ho, we've only got 1 more turn to survive. So in this ranger phase, Raniger ran down to help out Silent Mary, but didn't manage to do any damage on that knoll. These 2 archers moved out this way to try some shots onto the knolls coming into the building, but both were unable to do anything exciting. So this spider's going to attack this guy, one of these is going to attack through the building, and one of these is going to come in through the door to have a go at these guys again. And obviously this guy will fight back. We'll see how the creatures do. So in here, the spider did a load of damage on this guy, taking him to 9 wounds, which is 1 off being dead. The gnoll fighting through the window wasn't able to do any, wasn't able to win the fight, but I wasn't able to put any damage on the gnoll. The one coming in here was absolutely beasted by Dardin, who slaughtered him. And down here, that gnoll also wasn't able to do anything interesting. So we'll have a last bit of companion phase before we finish this round and this mission. So Hanath ran down, couldn't fight but provided support, so then Silent Mary managed to get a good roll and deal with that last gnoll. And over here I thought discretion was the better part of valour, so I haven't initiated any fights. So that is the end of the round. Some of the Laurenthians are still with us, some have fallen. None of my heroes have fallen, and we will come and have a look how much experience was gained. So Raniger Lackland and his team of brave adventurers have succeeded in rescuing 4 Laurenthians and taken them back to Alador, which is no mean achievement really. It's a bit disappointing to have lost 3, but I think we did alright actually, particularly when that troll and the burrow worm came out together. I was potentially looking very, very ropey. But yeah, I think we did alright, happy with that. So that is the end of this mission. Raniger Lackland has gone up to level 5, so he's managed to improve a bunch of skills again. Everybody else took a few progression points, but that doesn't make a difference to them at present. So I guess, what do we do next with the Rangers of Shadowdeep? I'm tempted to do Blood Moon next, because that's the next sort of simple-ish one to go for. But I'm open to suggestions. If anybody would like to comment below, or if they'd want to see a particular mission played, then I'll see if I can do it. But anyway, thanks very much for watching, and check out the Weight of Fire Hobby Hangout on Facebook, where you can post up what you're doing, and you can see when I post things just before I do the videos. Sometimes you can see there. Okay, thanks very much everyone, take care, and bye!